Yo, welcome back to another incredible training. Today, this subject is all about what is the number one most important thing that you could do as a part-time real estate investor to be able to be successful. I'm not going to go through a list. I'm going to go through the very most important thing that you can do for yourself to be successful in this space. And before I get there, I want to simply say this. It doesn't matter if you're part-time. It doesn't matter if you have a full-time job and you have a quarter of part-time. It doesn't matter if you're full-time. What I'm going to advise goes for all of it because it is by far the most important part of being successful in this space. And that is, you have to get your mind right. For those that are part-time, I want to make sure you understand one thing. You need to think like you are full-time. You need to have the same commitment as a full-time real estate investor has. You cannot waver on your commitment to your craft. I understand you got to pay your bills. I understand you have to have an income. I understand some of you are working full-time and doing this on the side to try to gain more revenue, potentially try to fire your boss. I understand all that. But above all else, your commitment and your mental ability to be all in on this venture is what's going to make you successful. It doesn't matter, again, whether you have literally a part-time job, maybe you're working from home, maybe you have an ability to spend 10 to 15 to 20 hours a week on this craft. It is all about your commitment to this craft. If you've been watching my YouTube channel, you've been seeing all different types of strategies and tools and systems that can help you be ultimately incredibly successful in this space of real estate investing. And yes, there are different lists that you can pull, and there are different marketing strategies you can do, and you can wholesale and you can wholetail and you can rehab. But if you are not committed and you are mentally not all into this, your success level will be limited. For some of you, that's going to be okay, because for some of you guys, it's okay if you do one deal a month, make some extra income. This isn't your full-time thing. By the way, for those of you who it's not, that's totally fine. That's awesome. I'm glad you made that decision. But for those of you that want this, for those of you that actually literally trying to fire their boss, they're literally trying to set up a retirement, they're trying to create wealth by buying a portfolio, they want this more than anything else, you need to make sure this one thing is right. And so the way I try to do that is I actually physically write that out, and I advise you to do the same. Understand where you want to go and have a belief that you can get there. So this is not new, and I don't want to be all woo-woo on you, but the reality is, if you are part-time, the first thing that you need to do is envision yourself being either full-time or creating the income you want or firing your boss or doing as many deals as you want to be doing, because it will set your whole energy and mindset in the right direction to do so. And if you start there, everything else can become achievable. You have to believe it before you see it, type of thing. And again, speaking to those that are part-time, this is incredibly, incredibly important because a lot of it has to do on that belief. A lot of it has to do on that faith that, hey, if Justin can do it and so many other people can do it, and I don't need to name drop it, so many other people can do it, I know I can do it. Remember my story, I was broke, busted, and disgusted when I first got into real estate investing. And so, I had no further to go. I was sleeping on a couch. My home was lost to foreclosure. My repo man took my car. You name it. I mean, I was as low as it can go. So I had only upward momentum to go to. But I'll tell you, if I was in a different circumstance, and maybe you're sitting there in that circumstance thinking, well, I'm not in Justin's position, right? I'm not, completely down and out, but I want something more for my life. You do have to first believe you can get there. And everyone wants to know how. There are so many trainings that I do on these weekly trainings here on YouTube and in Facebook. And by the way, if you're not, first of all, if you like this, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to YouTube. But if you are not over at the Science of Flipping Academy on Facebook, the group, search it, go ask to join there. because I do a lot of these trainings. So back to this. If you are, not as destitute as I was, but you want this, everyone can show you, and I can show you how. What lists to do, what marketing, how to focus on your buyers, how to raise money, you name it. I have all the strategy, tools, systems to teach you how. But you need to first get your mind right. You first need to believe you can achieve it. And once you do, and I know that sounds very woo-woo, and I'm not trying to be, but it is real. I write those things down. I paint the picture of what I want to achieve. And that gets my energy pumping. It gets me excited. It makes me believe I can do it. And once I do that, all of a sudden I'm starting to do more each and every day, going towards that goal and achieving that goal, right? And so the other part, and I'll kind of end it here because I really wanted to review one thing, but I do have to mention this, is the only reason you will fail or not reach the level of success you want is simply because you give up before you're ready. I'm a firm believer, and I'm quoting Tony Robbins here, people overachieve what they can do in 1 year, or overestimate what they can do in 1 year, and they underestimate what they can achieve in 10. And I firmly believe that. Everyone wants something right now, so microwave society, and so I understand you want to get 5 deals a month going right now. If you're just getting started, I understand you want your first deal in 30 days. And I will tell you this, if you don't hit your wants or expectations, that doesn't mean you should stop. I promise you, you can be successful as a real estate investor, a wholesaler, flipper, wholetailer, you name it. But I want you to also stay committed for the long term, right? Stay in the game long enough to win the game. And if you can do that, get your mind right first, commit to it, believe it before you can see it, and then stay in the game long enough to win the game, you will 100% be able to fire your boss, go full time, create the income and wealth that you want. I promise you this. So hopefully you guys liked this training. Again, like the training, subscribe to my YouTube. Again, all resources are below in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next training. Peace.